Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock, and we're playing Love Bites, a spicy visual novel about a vampire man. A little edgy, but okay. Darkness. I can feel my eyes open and close, though the darkness stays. I blink again and again and again, but the darkness stays all the same. Ugh. I try to locate my hands, my body seemingly torn apart and scattered throughout the darkness. I can almost feel the microscopic tendrils extending from my brain through my limbs, prodding, squeezing, wiggling just beneath my skin, grabbing hold of my body parts, putting me back together. Finally, I can feel my hands laying beside me on cold, hard stone, tight ropes wrapped around each of my wrists. A little kinky of a start, but alright. What I also feel is the lack of any coverage. What? What do you mean lack of coverage? Whoever did this to me made sure to humiliate me in every way possible. No. No, I didn't just wake up naked and chained. No. Naked and afraid. No, no, no. All they left me in was my underwear. Oh no! Why'd I wear the eggplant underwear today? I swallow the clump forming in my throat and blink away the tears forming in my eyes. Where am I? Hello? No response. Despite everything, I can feel myself relaxed by the apparent lack of anyone else in the room. Nice. Why do I hear voices? The voices! With my body finally my own again, I could feel the rough fabric rubbing against my eyelids, a blindfold robbing me of my sight. I release a sigh. At least I hadn't gone blind. You should be grateful? Chat's so crazy that they're telling me to be grateful for waking up naked, chained up, blindfolded. I should be grateful. Alright, well, true, based. After a moment, I start to make out shape lines shimmering through the fabric in front of my eyes. Basement? In the sex dungeon. Oh my lord. I stretch my arms, pull on the ropes half-heartedly, just to see how much range I was granted. The rope tightened as soon as I lift my arms a few centimeters above ground. Lifting my legs is easier. Apparently whoever tied me hadn't thought it necessary to bind my feet as well. He's gonna touch my feet. No. A small victory, although a useless one. There wasn't much I could do with just my feet. You'd be surprised what I can do with my feet, chat. I try to remember to fix the projector in my brain, but no matter how hard I push, I see nothing. Who am I? There's not a single thing about myself I can remember. I rack my brain for any piece of information I may be able to locate deep within my mind. The pounding inside my head makes it harder to focus on any thought fitting between my synapses. It feels like something buried itself deep into my brain, eating away at any concept of a self I once had. What did he drug me with? There's a flicker of something. I reach for it, firmly grasping for that piece of myself. What is my name? What is my name? It's me, Clock. I said that at the start. Clock. Clock. I repeat my name a few times, grasping a hold of my first shart of self. Why am I touching my shart? Excuse me? Did I just shart myself? I mean, Chad, we did wake up naked, afraid, tied up. Hopefully we pulled the boxers down just a little bit. Oh no, oh no. I think that's supposed to say my first shard of myself. Shard of self, but I'm gonna say shart, because that's way funnier. The second one follows soon after, and I can finally put together a coherent timeline of events. Oh, I did it again! Okay, okay. This is a... this is not the kind of spice I was hoping for in this visual novel. Nice. Sharding at the dance club. My friends dragged me to a local club to make me forget my recent breakup, they reasoned. I begrudgingly agreed and found myself enjoying the evening more than I thought. Hell yeah. Can I get some cat jams in here? I even danced with a few people. Found myself indulging in more alcohol than I would usually drink. EDM beats drummed through my body, and every action I took aligned itself with the mesmerizing rhythm of the night. After a few hours of dancing and jokes with my friends, I found myself sharing more than a few looks with a man at the back of the club. He looked like he was in his 20s, auburn hair tinted violet through the stage lights. Whoa. His eyes seemed to follow my every move, hunger reflecting in his pupils. My friends joked and nudged me towards him once they noticed the stranger. There was a strange air about him, intriguing and dangerous at the same time. He was alone, leaning against the curtain-covered wall with a cocktail in one of his hands. His other fiddled with something in his pants pocket, too small to be seen from my current position. Well, I mean, he's a grower, chat. This guy's weird. You know what? We'll start with talking to him, chat. We'll start with talking to him. Then we'll call him a weirdo later. You know, he's diddling himself right now. I danced my way towards him, my eyes locked onto each other. The first few words out of my mouth were jumbled. I could feel myself cringe at my failed attempt at introducing myself. But he only laughed and offered up his own name in return. Hey. Sorry, let me just... Hey. With Riz. My name's, Works. ClockWorks. Clock. Wink. We got him in the bag, chat. Elias, he told me, taking another sip from his drink. We chatted for a while, learning surface facts about each other and exchanging more and more touches throughout it. He held out his hand, faded scars scattered across his skin. I remember asking about his cat, and even now I could hear his laugh, soft and clear, a charming melody lulling me even closer. Bro's got a cat? It's over. He's mine. His shoulder bumped against mine, always following the upbeat rhythm of the music. Hey, would you like to have some fun? I know a place where we could be alone. Elias whispered in my ear, finishing his proposal with a hot blow against the shell of my ear. Excuse me, did you just kiss my ear? Yeah, let's go with him. Yeah. His hands tightened around mine. We weaved our way between the drunken and dancing crowd, always only mere moments away from another. Elias looked back at me several times, and I couldn't help the heat spreading across my cheeks when his eyes landed on me. Our fingers intertwined, and even now I could feel his rough skin rubbing against my own. His hands tightened around mine, and we weave our way between the drunken and dancing crowd. Elias looks back at me several times, and I can't help the heat spreading across my cheeks when his eyes land on me. My friends laughed and waved when I left the club with my new conquest. Yeah, I'm the top. Yep, I'm the top. I knew they would call the next day, ready to hear every detail of my night. That was the plan. Now I found myself blindfolded in some damp, cold room, my hands bound and belongings gone. Fuck. I think I just shit. Fuck! I suck in my breath sharply, hold and release it. The air tastes moldy, wet, and deceased. I feel like a thick layer of fungi and decay grew on my tongue. Ugh. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. I repeat these actions a few times, calming my racing heart. You know, it happens sometimes. You're right, it does happen. Personally, you know, I don't mind it so much when I wake up in these situations. You know, I don't mind too much. You know, as long as they're gonna give me some food and water until I escape, it's fine. At least I feel no clear wounds, and the lack of an ice bath assures me that no organ had been napped. Oh, am I living in South America? I already thought of that. My first thought really was, oh shit, where's my kidney? Yet. I shudder just thinking about a bloodied, cold scalpel cutting into my squishy flesh, ripping apart my layers of skin and muscle. I shudder just thinking about okay, just to reach that precious lump of mass, bloody and warm. In my current state, I have no way of defending myself. All I can do is rest, save my energy, come up with a battle plan. Though what can I do against someone wholly in control of my fate? Think of a way to escape or rest. Well, let's think of a way to escape, you know? I gotta change these boxers at some point. No situation is totally hopeless. I focus my newly acquired brain power and try to relax. I realize that as long as I am blindfolded, I can't do much. But I'm still alive, so whoever put me here won't kill me immediately. Hopefully. I pull at my restraints and twist my wrist. My numb fingers brush past a knot, darting back and forth until I have a strong mental image of the way I am tied down. Despite everything, I smile. I know this knot, and untying it might take a while, but it would be possible. With a renewed sense of hope, I get to work to solving the knot. Nice. Okay, big, chat? We're a genius? I jolt awake. There's someone else in the room. I think I can hear a sharp breath, and I can feel their presence in front of me. Something reaches towards me, though it never touches my skin. I feel like feather-like tentacles grip onto my body, immobilizing my limbs and paralyze my whole being. A whimper escapes my lips, and my ears pick up the faintest hint of a giggle from before me. Something touches the back of my head, and I press my eyes closed, counting to 10 in my mind. The thing touching me goes away, and my face feels a new coolness. I slowly open my eyes. Oh, nice. Oh, hi. Hi, sir. Hi there. Oh, you're blinking. Oh, your eyes have little hearts in them. I blink a few times, trying to get used to the dim light of the room. A basement, I realize, now that the blindfold is gone. At first, I don't register the man kneeling in front of me, being too occupied with soaking in the cold light beam from the rusty lamp hanging right above me. Finally, I notice the hand hovering near my eyes, holding the piece of cloth that blinded me a few moments ago. I look up and stare back at a pair of cold, unnerving eyes. He smiles, though not an ounce of warmth can be found behind his curling lips. I remember my state of dress and try to cover my lower bits, though my bound hands make any attempt useless, and I writhe beneath his scolding cold glare. I feel my fingertips grow cold. This is not the man I went with last night. Adrenaline pumps through my body as I examine my new captor. Who is he? How did I end up here? Oh! He just... Who the fuck are you? I spit out my question, more of a demand than anything. His hand recoils as if bitten, and he rises, glaring at me from above. Are you that guy's boyfriend from the club? I swear. All he did was, diddle himself while looking at me, okay? I didn't touch him. I swear, your boyfriend's fine. He brushes dust off of his vest and adjusts his gloves. You are quite rude for livestock, I have to say. The social norm tends to be to introduce oneself first. Hey, yo, bro is packing! Bro's got the Minecraft pee-pee. What? Why is it so square, bro? What? Hey, yo. Though your kind always seems to forget the respectful ways so fast. I couldn't help it, sorry. I'm sorry. He hisses, serpent-like, in the way he spews his mocking towards me. He's got a cup on. He's got the jock strap. Of course, he's been in this situation a few times. He knows his victims always go for the crotch first. Big brains. I ignore the tone of his voice, too focused on his words. Your kind and livestock, he had said, as if I were nothing but vermin, only born to be consumed by him. Still, I already know you intimately, Clock, so I shall excuse your lack of proper etiquette. Now, despite your improper way of asking for my acquaintance, I shall comply. My name is Johan, at your service, pet. Is it Johan or Johan? It's Johan, right? And you, little pup, are the one I was looking for a long time now. He places his hand over his heart, does a half bow, an almost mocking depiction of politeness. I swallow, while his bright red eyes bore into me. I feel laid bare, as if he could read every single thought forming in my head. He opens his mouth again, and I now notice his teeth, white and sharp and unnatural. I need a moment to realize what throws me off until I focus on his long, pointy canines. Were they natural? Yeah, it happens. I actually have, like, kind of pointy canines myself. On the bottom and the top. I had heard of people who wore prosthetics or got surgery to transplant real dog teeth, but this man seems like the thought of a body modification never crossed his mind. As you are awake now, I shall explain to you your purpose of being here. You see, dear. Just before he could say another word, a crash interrupts him. I flinch backwards and my head hits the wall. Hard. Ugh. I can't help but release a yelp, but close my mouth as fast as it opened. The man before me sighs, but ignores me. The sound came from upstairs, but even so, he doesn't seem alarmed or nervous. I, on the other hand, only feel more anxious by the second. Was he not alone? Johan, as my captor introduced himself, leans back and looks over his shoulder. He seems to see something, scoffs, and rummages through his pockets. I try to gather my thoughts. The pounding at the back of my head subsides slowly, but the pain makes it hard to think. This guy in front of me is definitely weird. Weird? Bro kidnapped me. Chained me to a wall, and you're like, yeah, he's a little weird. Odd. Can't help but turn my thoughts towards the man I met last night. Is he okay? What happened exactly? I still couldn't remember anything after leaving the club. I can feel worry gnaw at my stomach. Were we attacked on our way towards one of the cabs waiting outside? I almost want to ask my captor if he also took Elias, but that impulse leaves me as soon as it came. It'd be stupid to think he would even acknowledge my question. My eyes follow his every move. Johan seems to be distracted enough to notice any if I move a bit. With that assurance, I check my progress with a knot. I pull my wrist upwards once, twice, feel the knot loosen bit by bit. Yes! I shout inside my brain, echoes of my victory cry echoing in my ears. Wait, we're doing this right in front of him, why? The rope might still bind me, but at least it didn't rub my skin raw like before. Oh, okay. I use my newfound energy to keep loosening my bindings. I could feel my excitement rising with every millimeter of freedom I managed to secure. Johan seems to have found what he was looking for. His hand now holds an old pocket watch, golden and polished. Wait. Clock reference? There are words engraved within the metal, but I can't make out what exactly they say. Since you're in Europe, use the power of North America and freedom, it will kill him instantly. No. See, he's definitely from Europe, 100%. Transylvanian, right? But unfortunately, we're clubbing, so that means we're in North America. He's slumming it. There are words engraved within the metal, but I can't make out what exactly they say. He sighs, his crimson eyes darting over the clock's dial. The rope binding me merely needs a few more pulls until I wriggle my wrist a bit. While it might be a tight fit, I can feel enough space for me to squeeze my hand through. All I have to do now is wait. With a loud snap, he closes the watch and turns back towards me. It seems like he decided to come home earlier than normal. Oh, well, what can I do? He puts his watch away and claps once. I need to go upstairs. Be a good little lamb and stay here, would you, darling? Why Why are all the creepy guys using darling now? Say something weird like pumpkin, okay? That stop stealing my line, okay? I say darling, okay? I will be back as soon as my charge should allow. Johann gives me one last condescending smile before turning and making his way up to the old wooden stairs across of me. I can hear the basement door close and slump into myself. What? The absolute fuck? Another panic attack fights its way back up, and I suppress the urge to scream, lest my captor comes to check. I try to think. Johann seems like he will take a while before he returns. What to do now? Honestly, no, we're not gonna wait for his return. Are you for real? We're gonna explore the basement. With one strong pull, I manage to free my right wrist, and not soon after, my left one follows. The bindings around my ankles are easy to take care of, now that my hands are finally free. My skin burns from the ropes, and I can see layers of soft skin patches flake off, revealing red flesh beneath. I decide to get up. My legs feel like jelly. It takes me like a good few minutes until I can stand safely without threatening to fall over. If I pull my knees closer to my chest, under the dim shine of the light bulb above me, I can finally make real sense of my prison. The basement is small. It would only take a few steps to reach each wall. Tools hang on the one before me, neat and tidy. Good, good. Get a hammer. Get a scalpel and a hammer. They look old. Rust blossoming on the blades of axes and sickles and rot penetrating the wooden handle. Axes and sickles? What the hell is he doing down here? Several shelves stand against the wall right from me, containing boxes upon boxes neatly lined beside each other. On my right, I can make out the stairs leading towards a wooden door, the same one Johann left through. Okay. Search the tools. Is this a retelling of Clock's basement? No. Okay. My basement has giant hamster water feeders, okay? And we have a bucket in the corner, okay? And we have multiple cages. Duh. I make my way towards the tools hanging on the wall. Like, God, I may be a villain, but I'm not a monster, chat. Not like this guy. Should find a good weapon among these. Once I stand in front of the various gardening tools, my hope fades quickly. My eyes wander across the blades, each as rusty and run down as the one before. What do you mean? Take it in? Give the guy tetanus! What are you doing? Okay, search the shelves, quick. I shuffle over towards the shelving units, search for anything useful. Between old damp newspaper and some empty tin cans, I find a long splintered piece of wood. Hey, this is looking good. Why did he have a stake down here? I don't know. It reminds me of something and only need a few seconds to realize of what exactly. Stake? Took my bucket, I want it back. I just moved it, guys. Jeez. I weigh it in my hand and press my other against the tip of its sharpened end. Ouch. Blood trickles down my palm. I hiss and lick the blood away. This should make a good weapon. God damn it, I just gave myself like tetanus. Okay, search the ground. I let my eyes wander across the dirty floor, searching for anything of use for me. Dusty footprints lead from me towards the staircase. The floor seems otherwise empty at first, but then I see it. My breath catches my throat and I fell sick when I notice several reddish black, crusty spots spread before me. I do not need to think for too long to realize what exactly I'm looking at. When I bow down to closer examine the spots, I see scratches the size of fingernails as well. The others keep peeing on me because they don't have a bucket. Oh. I don't think it's because they don't have a bucket. Ooh, shivers. You gotta deal with that yourself. I can't. You're gonna have to fight yourself out of that situation. I'm not helping. Ooh. See, YouTube? Twitch chat's gross. The scratches seem to lead towards the staircase, stopping abruptly by the bottom step. Jump back and swallow the urge to puke. Okay, let's sit back down and wait. Decide to sit back down where I was bound up before. Better sit down now before he catches me walking around. I hold the stake in my hands for a moment, clueless as to what I should do with it. To be fair, I would just stand at the door. Like, I would just stand right at the door with the stake ready, just to stab. After a few seconds fiddling with it in my hands, I have an idea. Carefully, I place the stake between my butt and thighs and wiggle around a few times. Got a lot of experience fitting things down there. I guess I do. The light from above casts a dark, impenetrable shadow beneath my legs, making the wood hard to notice. The bindings from before lay on the ground but where I left them. Picked them up and wrapped the rope around my ankles, though looser than before. Still, the rough rope rubs against my open flesh, and I hiss at the stray bristles entering my wound. YouTube's gross. One guy said a hole is a hole in your comments, so YouTube is down bad. YouTube is down bad. Jesus Christ. What? Wait, were they was that in reference to the door game where we banged a door? I mean, I think that's fine. Yo, get out of here, bot. You're banned! Sorry, YouTube, I had to ban a bot. I sit for a while, my mind racing with potential outcomes of my current situation. Images of Johan flash before my eyes and my throat tightens. Before it was just an eerie feeling, easily suppressed and covered by seemingly rational thoughts. But now I am certain. I will not be leaving this place alive. What do you mean? I have a stake. My throat burns and my eyes feel dry. I try to breathe steadily and force down the bile traveling up my throat. Ugh. The hole game where you go down, you put... Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, for guys, yeah, you just hop in holes. You see a bunch of guys digging a hole, you go join them. You start digging. Silent tears fall from the corner of my eyes and blur my vision. Soon there's only one thought occupying my mind. I don't want to die. Soon that sentence is all that is left on my mind. The stake between my legs did little to comfort me. Even if I would be able to stun him with this piece of wood, I'd still need to escape the house. Or I could, you know, murder him with them. Johan made it clear that we were not alone. The wounds on my wrists and ankles burn, and the baton beneath me is just rough enough to make it impossible to find some comfort. Benton? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Just burnt my tongue on a pizza roll. Pfft. Wrecked. Impatience, chat. Everyone knows you pop holes. You fork your pizza rolls, dude. You stick a fork in them before you cook them. Lets all the heat out. Skill issue. The silence burns in my ears, worming its way into my brain. I press one side of my head into my knees and cover the other with my tied-up hands. Soon, all I can hear is my own heartbeat, drumming along to an unknown rhythm. Its melody soothes me, bit by bit, and I start to calm down. Suddenly, the door at the top of the staircase flies open, and someone rushes down the wooden steps. I need to blink away the salty tears clinging to my eyelashes before I can clearly see the man in front of me. Our eyes meet, and a surprised squeak escapes my lips. This situation would almost be comical if I wasn't half naked and tied up in some lunatic's basement. Is it him? Is it our boyfriend? The club? Before me stands none other than the man I met, what I was assuming to be last night. Elias? Clock, I'm sorry. I took a while before finally getting here. Breaking in took more effort than expected. He chuckles apologetically and shoots me a cheeky grin. I gape at his nonchalance. Excuse me, bro. Did you just... You saw me get kidnapped and you actually risked your life just to save me? Bro, I'm literally ready to save myself, though. Elias noticed my furrowed brows and raises his hands as if to placate me. Placate me? Placate me? But don't be worried. He has not noticed my coming. I made sure he would be distracted. He laughs again, light and airy, brushing past my ears like a sweet kiss. Dumbfounded, I take a moment to respond. What do you mean? What are you planning to do? His hair's not that purple. It was the lighting. No! EDM lighting! I'm here to save you, silly. My heart swells with hope after hearing that. Elias draws nearer and soon towers above me, blocking out the light of the lamp completely. I have to blink away the dark specks flowing across my vision when he does. Only now I was able to realize how uncomfortably bright the light was before. My eyes burn, and tears gather along the rims of my lower lids. I blink again and again. Suddenly, Elias grabs me and pulls me up. I love that he did this, but I could have just stood up. Like, I was already untied. Wait, what are you doing? I whisper yell, too scared to really raise my voice. Still, Elias starts, surprised by my protests. Oh, picking you up, of course. We need to leave as soon as we can, or else we'd be in big trouble. Oh no. I'm gonna turn down the music just a little bit, And then actually turn up the sounds a little bit, turn the music down. He laughs and looks at me with smiling eyes. Still, please don't just suddenly pick me up, okay? You scared me. I protest, but only half-hearted. I know Elias is right, and I know that I won't be able to move fast enough. I sigh and raise my arms. Elias stares at me for a moment, and with an "Oh!" he reaches beneath them and lifts me up. What? A squeal escapes my lips, even though I anticipated it. His other arm snakes around my legs, and he presses me against his chest. Hey, yo, bro! His warmth envelops me, and for the first time since I woke up, I truly feel safe. It would be best if you close your eyes. Pretty. Then it will only feel like a moment until you're safe. His chest vibrates when he speaks, and his voice lulls me in. I feel safe, protected, and despite everything, I grow drowsy. Don't worry, I will keep you safe. I want to respond, but my mouth won't open. All I can do is gaze into his eyes until they close as well. After all, you are my one and only. This is the end of the demo. I hope you enjoyed yourself so far. Oh, shit, okay, so that's one ending. We're gonna load up to see the other endings, I guess. I don't know if there's other endings. It might all be the same. We'll load up and see some of the other options. Like, if I just go back... This guy is weird. Let's end the night. Yeah, this guy's weird. When did we meet Alucard? We got to kill... Looks like a serial... Something seems a little wrong about him, too. Okay, they quickly understood the concern on my face once I pointed out the creep at the back. Our one friend shielded me from his glare. I got a white knight, don't worry. While I quickly gathered all my stuff and got ready to leave. We joked on our way back to the Uber we called and made new plans for the next day. It's dropped off at my apartment complex, and with one last wave towards my friend group, I entered the building, ready to end the night with a nice bath. Ooh, sounds nice. That was the plan. Now I found myself blindfolded in some damp, cold room, my hands bound. Oh, God. Let's rest. Let's see what happens when we rest. So I guess you get kidnapped either way, but I guess this time, maybe the guy doesn't come after us? Let's just rest. I decide to close my eyes. I shift my body from left to right to left again, trying to find a comfortable enough position. My arms strain against the restraints. My legs go numb, but my head finds a soft spot on my shoulder and I feel myself doze off. Oh, okay. I jolt awake. Someone else in the room. Okay, let's skip a little. I feel my fingertips grow cold. Who is this man? Somehow the weirdo from last night crosses my mind. Does he have something to do with this? Okay, so we said, who the fuck are you? This time, let's just say nothing. Let's be nice. I can feel my mouth dry up, my tongue unmovable and useless, a spongy piece of meat sticking to the roof of my mouth. Oh, I'm mewing. Nice. I swallow once, twice, but still find myself at a loss for words. Ah, look at you, little one. All quiet like a church mouse on a Sunday morning. Don't be scared, darling. You are safe here. He purrs, his voice deep, velvety, and seductive. He's trying to coax me into trusting him, I realize, and start at my openness towards his attempt. Now, you are probably wondering who I am, isn't that right, Clock? My name is Johann, at your service. And you, my precious little pup, are the one I was looking for a long time now. Places his hands over his heart and does a half bow, almost mocking depiction of politeness. I freeze. How does he know my name? I swallow. His bright eyes bore into me. I feel laid bare. Okay, this is the same. So we skip. Free myself, look around, wait for Johann's return. Yeah, let's just wait. What does it matter anyway? It's not like I'll be able to escape my current situation anyways. Who knows, maybe he'll let me go if I'm good. Sit for a bit before he finally comes back. I'm pretty sure I dozed off for a while. Basement door cracks open and the sound jolts me awake. Bleary-eyed, I look towards the staircase and see a smiling Johann waltzing down. His smile only grows bigger when he notices my staring. Ah, my dear. He hurries closer towards me, an excited twinkle forms in his eyes. I do apologize. It must have been awful to have to wait in such a bland room. Eat a rat. Yeah, let me just snack on one while we're waiting. Sadly, it does take a certain amount of time to placate him, but what can I do? After all, I am in charge of his well-being. Johann kneels down and strokes my hair. I freeze up and drowsiness left vanishes immediately. He coos and pats my head a few more times before getting back up again. Finally, I can be with you again, dear. The few moments I spend away from you felt like an eternity. After all these years, you are finally mine again, reborn, but still as beautiful as before. Closes his eyes for a moment, as if remembering something far away, something centuries in the past. His face twists, and Johann seems like he is in a deep pain, but in only a second his expression turns neutral again. We should go upstairs. Such a dark and damp place isn't becoming of you, after all. Well then, time's a wastin'. Someone else is dying to meet you again as well, and who am I to keep him from such a pleasure? He bends down and unties my legs. He loosens the knot with ease, and it only takes him a few moments to remove the rope. His hand brushes against my open flesh. I can't help but hiss. Johann looks back up and smiles. He raises his thumb and lays it on my wound. I plead silently and try to make eye contact. He gazes into my eyes and presses down hard. Ow! I clench my teeth and keep myself from screaming. His eyes still stare into mine, and after a while I notice a bit of disappointment when I don't make a sound. He finally releases my ankle and turns towards my tied-up wrists. Johann studies me for a moment, then turns around and steps towards the staircase. When I don't move, he looks at me quizzically. Are you not going to follow me, pet? I guess we're following you. I hesitate for a moment. Fear stabs at my heart. Cold sweat runs down my back when I think about what will be happening to me. Despite everything, despite my fears and concerns, I know I need to follow him up. Whatever may be awaiting me, defying Johann's orders would be equal to a death sentence. So I gulp down my growing anxiety and carefully make my way towards the man standing before me. This is the end of the demo! I hope you enjoyed yourself so far. Damn, dude! Kind of a weird spot to end the demo. So, okay, there's like 2 endings. Is there anything else that we can get out of this? So, in one ending, obviously, very clearly, we don't get saved. So, I want to load up... So, I want to load up to this one. Just rest. Let's just rest. So, this one where where we did go with him, but we're not going to get up. We're not going to try to save ourselves. Say nothing. We're going to be a good boy. We're going to be a good boy. Wait for his return, yeah. What does it matter anyways? Okay. Images of Johann flash before my eyes. My throat tightens before it was just an eerie feeling, easily suppressed and covered by seemingly rational thoughts, but now I'm certain I will not be leaving this place alive. Okay. It's still... I'm just going to skip a little bit. See if it's any different, because this time we didn't free ourselves. Oh no, he still comes to save us. He still comes to save us, our boy, Elias. I'm not gonna lie, Elias, you could have... I mean, I guess he was just at the club, chat. I guess he was just at the club. But my man, definitely looks like he could have been wearing some better outfit for this, dungeon hopping. I'm sure he would be distracted. I'm here to save you, silly. Okay. Okay, he saves us, he cuts us out. So this is all the same. You are my one and only. I feel like he's stalking us already. Okay, let me try. So this time, let's go back to this. So let's end the night. Skip. Let's this time think of a way to escape. But this time, like where am I? Coos at my nervous question, his cold hand reaching towards my hand and patting it, ruffling my hair in the process. Why, you're in my humble home, of course. Or to be more specific, in my basement. Though, do not worry, you won't be here for long. I can promise you that, little one. No. Okay, so this is the same. So let's explore the basement. Let's do all the dialogue options. Search the shelves, search the ground, search the tools, sit back down. Better sit down now. Wait. Oh, okay, I still have the steak. Hold the steak in my hands for a moment, clueless as what I should do with it. Okay, let's skip. Oh, wait, back? Okay, wait. Okay. So he bends down and unties my legs. Press my knees tighter together and stretch my legs a bit. How my actions come across as making it easier for him to untie me, rather than me hiding something. Johan doesn't seem to notice the stake and grasp my bindings with ease. He loosens the knot with ease, and it only takes him a few moments to remove the rope. His hand brushes against my open flesh, and I can't help but hiss. Johan looks back up and smiles. He raises his thumb and lays it on my wound. Gazes into my eyes and presses down hard. So I got the steak this time. I clench my teeth and keep myself from screaming. His eyes still stare into mine, and after a while I notice a bit of a disappointment when I don't make a sound. Okay, this is the same. My heart stops. Wait. My heart stops. I focus on every movement of Johan. His expression stays the same, a coy smile playing on his lips. Only once he stands upright again, I dare to breathe again, and carefully rub my aching wrists. Johan studies me for a moment, then turns around and steps towards the staircase. When I don't move, he looks at me quizzically. Are you not going to follow me, pet? Okay, here we go, chat. Here we go. Let's stab him. Stab! Feel my weapon beneath me. If I wait for the right moment, I can surprise him. Johan turns his back towards me. I breathe slow and deliberate. Now's my chance. My fingers curl around the stake behind me. Its sharp edges cut into my flesh, pulling my skin apart. What? The pain grounds me, reassures me in my resolve. I can feel blood trailing down the wood, and I pray that he can't smell it. Before I have a chance to doubt myself, my knees are already scraping against the beaten floor, and I grab Johan's shoulder and force my fingernails into his delicate flesh. An animalistic scream escapes me as I pull him back towards me. I can see several emotions flash across his face. Surprise first, then anger, soon to be replaced by concern when he spots the wood clutched in my hand. His lips part, but before he can say anything, I plunge the stake into his chest. What? Blood quells from the wound and splatters on my naked skin. I pull my weapon out again and slam it back into the hole. Okay, it sounds more like... This is a very odd sound. Cracking noises worm their way into my ear, but I ignore them. More blood comes out. Big, dark, red droplets landing on my face, rolling down my cheeks like tears. Soon all I see is red mixed with white, but I do not stop. Squelch. 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 Again and again I enter him. His chest soon only a pool of viscera. Okay, why'd you say I enter him? Like, we're using a wooden stake, okay? Please tell me we're not actually plapping him right now. My hand stills, and I can feel my muscles finally relax. With a loud and final splash, the wooden stake falls down into the gore before me. Blood covers me head to toe. A red sea spreads across the floor, between my feet. Look towards Johan, empty. Dead eyes stare back, bloodied tears clinging to his lashes. Vomit fights its way up my throat, and I gag several times before puking next to Johan's massacred corpse. A mix of water and bile flooded my mouth. The taste makes me throw up again. I wipe my mouth a few times, only smearing more blood across my lips. I did it! I want to fall forward, but I clutch my thighs and push myself up. I'm not out yet. I turn towards the stairs and stumble across the floor, leaving behind red footsteps. Once I reach the bottom stair, I let out a deep breath. Let's get out of this fucking place. The stairs are steep, old, and wooden, and sharp, pointy splinters are littered across the steps. Carefully, I place one foot before the other and make my way towards the dilapidated door standing between me and my freedom. Finally, I arrive at the last step and stretch out my hand to push the door open. My hand merely brushes against the damp wood when the door easily gives away and a bright light blinds me. Ah! Shit, what the? I raise my arms in front of my eyes toward of at least some of that shining light. Is everything alright? Before I can process what is happening, I hear a sharp inhale and feel something hard push against my chest. For a moment, I feel weightless, like I'm flying. I just got roundhouse kicked down the stairs. But what? Is all I can think before the unbearable pain reaches my synapses. With a loud thud, my body plummets down the stairs. My head splits in half with pain. My lungs scream and I am left breathless. I inhale sharply and regret my decision immediately. My thorax aches and pierces me with every breath I take. Something pushes against my lungs, and I decide to flatten my breathing until the piercing pain transforms into a dull ache. What the fuck? Quick footsteps accompany the voice. Are you okay? I want to respond to that voice, to my savior, and tell them to get me out of here. But my mind spins and I can't form any coherent words. Wait, bro, something just pushed me down the stairs and you think this guy is saving us? Soft croaking, pained moans are all I can release. Hope they're enough to make myself noticeable. I can hear how that person comes closer to where I'm lying. Yes, over here. The footsteps halt beside my head, and I rejoice. I pry my eyes open to see who's standing beside me, and gag at my view. My arms and legs are unnaturally angled away from my body, pieces of wood sticking out of them. What? Several cuts line my skin, and I can see yellowish white peeking between torn flesh and ripped muscle tissue. Oh my god! What? I force myself to look away and focus on something other than my broken body. When I turn my head, I can hear something crack, and an unbelievably sharp pain shoots up my neck. I moan. Ugh! And tears form at the corner of my eyes. What? Golden blonde hair shines beneath that basement light, and cries of pure agony reach my ears. No, no, you can't die! You can't, you promised me! Another pain-filled moan escapes me. Ah! And the man kneeling before the corpse turns towards me. Eyes filled with hatred, sadness, and despair bore into mine. You! The man gets up and walks towards me. More and more tears fall down my cheeks. I cry more and more, but not because I am saved. No. He raises his foot and looks at me one last time before... Crack. Everything goes dark. Bad end. You closed your eyes forever. Chat, I think there's another vampire boy in this house. Oh. Damn. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. So let's go back to that decision. He put you out of your misery? Bro, just turn me into a vampire. I know I just killed your vampire boyfriend, but still. Okay, let's follow him this time. Is it any different? I hesitate for a moment. Fear stabs at my heart. Okay, wait. What would be happening to me? Despite everything, I need to follow him. It's the end of the demo. Okay, no, it's still the same. I don't think there's any other combination we could do. Is there? Oh, I guess load... Wait. I think when you talk to him, there was another option. Yeah, I'd rather not. You can still say no. So you can not go with him. I'd rather not. I laughed and bumped my fist against his open hand. Sure, I told him between small huffs of laughter. But not with you. That, I turned around and walked back to my group. I could still feel his hot gaze burning into my back. Tried my best to ignore him and picked up my drink one of my friends was holding for me. Couldn't place it, but something about this man made my blood run cold. His smile seemed kind enough, but never reached his eyes. My friends questioned me. I told them he simply wasn't my type, and I didn't want to make them worry unnecessarily. Yo! Been watching from YouTube for a few months now. Nice! Thanks for popping in the stream. I appreciate that. I appreciate the watching. Always love seeing people watching the YouTube, because YouTube helps me out the most. After a few more drinks and dances, we gathered our stuff and got ready to leave. Consciously, my eyes wandered back to where Elias was standing just a while ago. He had vanished. We joked on our way back to the Uber and made new plans the next day. Okay. Nice bath. Okay, that was the plan. Okay, I'm gonna save here. Let's see if we can get it to be any different. Let's rest. Yeah. Okay, say nothing. Let's be nice to him. I don't know, it said there was 4 endings, but I'm not sure if that's actually in the demo or if we already got them all. Just, let's look around. Lamp above me and no creepy man in front of me. I can finally study my surroundings. If I pull my knees close to my chest, under the dim shine of the light bulb above me, I can finally make real sense of my prison. The basement is small. It would only take a few steps to reach each wall. Tools hang on the one before me, neat and tidy. They look old. Okay, wait, this is the same. Sit back down. Yeah, sit back down. The situation would almost be comical if I wasn't half naked and tied up some lunatic's basement. Oh, okay, he still came to save us. Finally. I stare up, looking back at the man standing before me. It was the Elias, the guy I just met last night. He smiles when recognition flashes in my eyes. Okay, this is different then. Elias draws nearer again, closing in as if I was a deer cowering in the middle of the road. Maybe he can feel my fear, or he notices my worried look. He smiles and raises his hands as if to placate me. Please, there's no need to be afraid. I'm here to save you. So be a good pup and be quiet, okay? I'll explain everything to you later, I promise. A few more sobs shake my body before I manage to calm down. I raise my head and look at the man before me. His eyes penetrate mine, a sweet smile dancing on his lips, but his eyes remain cold and detached. Even without saying a word, I know. I simply do not have a choice. Elias draws near and soon towers above me, blocking out the light of the lamp completely. Only now I was able to realize how uncomfortably bright the light was before. Okay, so this part is the same. Okay, he pulls me up. Okay, so this is the same. He scared me. What? Best if you close your eyes, pretty. Then it'll only feel like a moment until you're safe. I grow drowsy. Don't worry, I will keep you safe. Okay, close our eyes. After all, you're my one and only. Okay, end of the demo. I hope you enjoyed yourself so far. Okay, I think that's all the endings. I think that's pretty much all the options, pretty much, in this demo. I don't think there's anything else. If there is anything else, I am so sorry, but I think we got it all. I think that's pretty much all of the endings. All the dialogue, like a lot of the dialogue at least. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Interesting though. I like the guys. It's kind of cool. It's yandere. I think they're... I don't want to say, you know, that Elias is a bad guy, but he seems to like us a lot. You know, he's our hero right now. But was he stalking us? Good question. And as for Johan is definitely crazy, but is he actually trying to hurt us? Maybe, maybe not. He definitely kidnapped us, and he definitely gonna do something weird with us. I like the ending where we killed him though. That was interesting too. Did we did this. We followed him. Yeah, we did follow him. So I'll just go to the main menu. Yeah, anyways, so thanks for watching, YouTube. This was the Love Bites demo. I'd like to see where this goes. There's 2 love interests, by the way. So I'm assuming both Elias and Johan are the love interests. I liked the killing ending. That was dark. That was a little dark, you know. One of my viewers, Daniel, thought it was a little hot. Interesting. Will this be on YouTube? Yeah, this is everything I stream goes on YouTube. So if you missed it, you can watch the rest on YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, please. It helps me out a lot, though. And subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and you get to see more visual novels just like this. We also do a bunch of indie games on the channel, horror games, dating sims, visual novels, you know, and just anything I really want to do. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Peace. It's been Clock.